There we go. Hello everyone, welcome back to some more triangle strategy. Did do some leveling. Got Frederica at least semi caught up, so that's nice. I've also got Groma a few levels. She's fun. Especially for this ability for her to just walk through everything. That's kind of awesome, not gonna lie. Do wish I could actually do more with her weapons though. So we have a couple character stories to go, say.
Once we have stacked those sandbags, we should be well fortified against even the fiercest deluge.
Leave it to me. This old wolf has some vim in him yet. Phew. Haven't used some of those muscles since before I can remember.
I must say, when I saw the enormity of the task before us, I did not think we would finish in mere bells. I had braced myself for a full day of labor, at the very least.
Thank Benedict for that. We'd still be searching for weaknesses in our perimeter had he not been guiding us.
Why would you be one of the people doing this work, Gila? You're Frederica's teacher. What does that have to do with, messing with sandbags like this?
With the sandbags, we only have so many at hand.
I hear you, I hear you. I'll treat him as delicately as my lady love, in the absence of one.
Now is not the time for jests, Eredor.
If you don't want me complaining and you don't want me jesting, then I guess I'll just shut my mouth.
To hear them trading barbs like children, you would never think they work so well together.
Wisdom and strength. Two pillars that keep House Wolfort standing strong.
Wisdom, eh? He wasn't always that way. Took him plenty of failing to get where he is now.
I find that difficult to believe.
Is there something you wish to share with us, Eredor?
Might be. Maybe you've forgotten the folly of 20 years past, but my mind is a steel trap. And what's our task for today?
We are to deliver this message to Lady Destra with all haste.
Seems simple enough. Send a bird.
I would not trust a bird in this rain. A horse would be more reliable, and swifter besides.
Is that so? I respectfully disagree, my friend. Either way, I'm not going to be the one nursing you back to health if you catch the chills.
Shall we make it a wager, then? Send a bird, and we shall see who reaches Lady Destra first. You had best hurry.
What? Benedict? Off he goes. Well then, where are those damned hawks? As I recall, Benedict arrived at around the same time as the hawk. If it were a sunny day, he might have won.
Ah, the folly of youth. Many of our best days were spent in Lord Simon's service. We made many such wagers, in an attempt to get into Lord Simon and Lady Destra's good graces.
I remember when...
I believe we have had enough reminiscing for one day, Eredor.
Don't be such a harsh taskmaster, Benedict. Where's the harm in a story?
Ask me that again when the floodwaters break through our meager fortifications. There is much to do and little time to do it. Wouldn't you agree, Anna?
Me?
Old friends or old enemies? Sometimes it is hard to tell with those two.
Whatever the case, our work's done for the day. And there's nothing like a hard drink after hard labor. You two care to join me?
I would love to. Please, regale me with more tales of your youth.
I see no harm in one drink.
Let's be off then.
Shall we invite Benedict along?
You'd only be wasting your breath.
Now that you mention it, I do not believe I have ever seen you two sharing drinks.
Spirits cloud the mind, so I rarely drink. When I do partake, however, I prefer to do so in quiet. I fear Eridor would only spoil that.
He is known for being loud, isn't he?
Go on, have another glass. I'm offering top shelf drink for bottom shelf prices tonight. No need to fret over your coin purses.
See? This is why we keep coming back. Nobody treats us better than our Hasabara.
Quite the crowd tonight, eh? Good to see it.
All thanks to you for supplying me with that mead.
Thanks to my good fortune, you mean. I got it for so cheap on account of the batch not measuring quite up to the brewer's usual standards.
Still, look at how happy it's made them. There's nothing I love more than seeing my tavern full to bursting like this. Thank you, Eridor. Truly.
It's nothing, honest.
Ah, and just like that, they've nearly drank me dry. Might have to close up early tonight.
Celebrating something, Hasabara. Whatever it is, we'll drink to that. Pour us around.
I wish I could. Seems the barrels have run dry tonight. But if you'll come back on the morrow...
Run dry? You've enough for these drunkards? You can't spare a drop for those of us who are risking our lives for you on the battlefield?
Hey, who are you calling a drunkard?
Don't you fools go spoiling the one spot of happiness we've had in a long while.
Enough! My tavern's a place for forgetting troubles, not stirring them up.
And isn't Eridor your commander?
You do well not to look down your noses at the very people you've sworn an oath to protect. You want respect? Go out there and earn it by ending the war. Then there'll be drink aplenty to go around.
You tell them, Hasabara. They're no better than us.
You lot aren't blameless either, you know. These soldiers do put their lives on the line to protect yours. They get enough grief on the battlefield without you giving it to them off it.
I'm sorry. I don't know what came over me.
No, I shouldn't have let my temper flare.
Look, there's still some drink left here. How's about you raise a glass together?
Yeah. You can have some of ours, too.
Well, don't mind if I do.
Level head you've got on your shoulders there, Hasabara.
It helped that you pitched in when you did.
Ah, now that hits the spot.
Doesn't it? Here, I'll pour you another.
See? Now this is what I live for. Giving people a place they can come together and leave the worries of the world behind for a while. Somehow, I know this is what Theo would have wanted me to do. If only I could raise a glass with him.
Aye, I reckon he'd be proud. You've made a spot of sunshine for people that don't get much of it these days. People like me.
What with business booming again, it looks like I'm going to have my hands full for a while. Don't you worry for your mama, Theo. As long as there's ale to be poured and smiles on her customers' faces, she'll be just fine.
Have any side stories?
Glenbrook has withdrawn from the sanctions and reopened trade with us.
King Roland is truly a man of his word.
Furthermore, during the battle for the Crown City, our forces sustained nary a scratch, while the Esfrosti were all but crushed. We could not have asked for a more auspicious outcome.
An outcome that would not have been possible without the Elfric we supplied them. Still, Minister Serenoa and House Wolfort must be given credit for aiding in our victory.
Minister Exham, how strange to hear you lavish such praise upon another.
I am only speaking truth. Leaving Minister Serenoa in Glenbrook's hands is unwise.
I agree. As one of the Sanctuary Seven, he belongs here with us.
Of course. We shall bring him under our thumb. The Holy One has plans for the young lord. Making him our creature has the added benefit of bringing his entire domain under Hyzantian rule.
But I doubt His Majesty will be so willing to part with him.
Oh, indeed. And yet King Roland owes us a great debt, which will be all the greater after we help him rebuild the Crown City. We will so overwhelm him with generosity, he will be unable to refuse us anything.
So, you mean to seize Glenbrook as well, Minister Edor? Somehow I am unsurprised.
I seek nothing more than to spread the goddess's grace and wisdom to Glenbrook and even Esfrost, until her divine protection shelters Nozelia in its entirety. That is what the goddess desires, and therefore, what the Hierophant desires as well.
Does the Hierophant even exist, or is it just something Edor made up?
Is this all of it?
Yes, my lord. This is all the cargo we were able to carry. Our comrades at the mine should be putting the final touches on everything right about now.
And why is no one telling me what is happening? I don't even know what cargo you are hauling.
We're only following Archduke Gustadolf's orders, my lord.
Yes, I understand that. Stop your sniveling. Perhaps you may have heard the Archduke has summoned me to Ironstone. This may be the last time I serve at this fort. As such, I would like to show my appreciation for everything you've done. Do you have a moment?
The sentiment is appreciated, my lord, but the Archduke insisted we make haste.
And did he also insist you spit in the face of his uncle's generosity?
No, my lord. Of course not. I meant no disrespect. We shan't refuse your gracious offer.
Come with me.
Can all that cargo truly be naught but iron ore? I suppose I shall have to find out what it is for myself.
I think it's investigation time. I'll admit, I've been having the urge to put the difficulty on easy for this last bit so we can just get through the game already, so I can get to Final Fantasy Origins Strangers of Paradise. God, there's been too much stuff that's come out at this point that I really, want to play. God.
Were those the only ones?
I do not understand. There were far more soldiers here when I came scouting.
They've mined more since the last time we were here. Perhaps the enemy is further within.
Where are they planning to blow the mine?
But navigating these twisted tunnels ain't gonna be fun.
Indeed. The enemy may be waiting to ambush us around any corner. I advise we familiarize ourselves with the nearby tunnels before we head any deeper into the mine, Lord Serenoa.
Agreed. Let's take care to cover our tracks while we look around.
These guys put a lot of effort into the mine. So quite a number of mining carts, perhaps to transport large quantities of ore. Investigate the area further, but let's be on guard. There's no telling when the enemy will strike. Might be able to ride the mine carts to get through the tunnels quickly. Let me see if they work. I could be able to use them against the enemy. Look out, Eridor! Whoa, the cart! Well, that was a close one. I'd proceed with caution, but hate for anyone to get hurt by those carts. No one concerned about the bombs. Or Dragon's explosives? They're all along the tunnel walls, so we must be careful. Whee. Doesn't make any sense. Troops should be stationed at the entrance regardless of whether you want to defend or abandon the mine. Why are the soldiers hiding in the tunnels? Now that they've been ordered to carry out the burden of fear most likely be thrust upon them. They return to the duchy, might just be hiding, knowing they had no place to return. Quite possible. Though we can't retreat, must find out what Ace Frost was doing here. I agree, no matter what they plan, we must give them no quarter. Seriously, why was nobody trying to check this place out earlier? Carts may prove useful in the event of a battle. Thankfully, I have yet to see any trace of the enemy. I think now is a good time for us to glean the position of the carts. Oh my god, this place is huge. Oh god, the fight here is going to be a bitch, isn't it? Don't know when the enemy will strike. When they do, we can use the mine carts to fight back. Just gotta make sure we don't hit any of ours. I'm guessing you can ride the carts into people. Looks like mine continued after Dragon was killed. Can't help but wonder if this is what Gustav wanted from the start. Mines were meant to be a symbol of a new age of peace between the three nations. It feels more like a distant dream now. What do you think should be done with the mines now, my friend? Yeah, puts to work those who lost their jobs during the war. My plan is to reward those who have suffered during the war. Glenbrook will recover all the faster. Won't be able to use Dragon's explosive. I wonder if we will be able to mine these tunnels on our own. Where there's a will, there's a way, my friend. We'll find that way for Glenbrook. There be more people here when I came to scout, and my guess is that they are hiding within the tunnels now. They may be planning an ambush. See if there's anything else to use to our advantage here. Like, okay, I get that we can, like, use these. But the problem with it is, I mean, it definitely looks like you can only use them with one person at a time. Wait, we can call them back? That work. There are minecarts to indicate how much work the duchy has done in these tunnels. They've come so far in a short a time. Makes me wonder what their hurry is. Just really not sure exactly how these minecarts would work out for us with like multiple characters trying to move forward. Oh, I saw something shiny back there. Wait, what? I had that strengthened my conviction. I do. Not encampment derp. Strength and magic attack prevents natural TP recovery at the start of your turn? It's +5, but... Like, Ana is like the only character I could really see benefiting from that, since she can still use her double attack. But that's still questionably useful. You basically take out whatever makes a character unique to make them an auto attacker. Let's screw it. I'm doing this as a frickin' time. Wait. There. Yeah, here we go. I'm doing this as a frickin' time-saving measure because this fight looks like it will take forever. We're gonna be starting all the way back at the beginning of this place, and we're going to have to go the entire breadth of the area. Yeah, we're gonna have the minecarts to help out some, but good god, this looks like a complete and total bitch. I have a feeling, but of course they're trying to destroy the mine, dumbass. Are you guys idiots? I really gotta ask that sometimes.
Spears everywhere. Unless I'm mistaken, they're explosives.
They're demolishing the mine. They're demolishing the mine. They're demolishing the mine.
Yes, a means Lord Dragan devised for breaking through the bedrock. They aren't as powerful as blast crystals, but they are simple to set and can be manipulated to go off at the same time.
Reckon I'll go collect whatever charges are left, my lord. Just to be safe.
Thank you.
Oh gosh, this is gonna be a time mission too, where we gotta like collect them all, right?
I do not find it strange that there are explosives in a mine. Only that they have been left here.
Indeed. As deadly as they are, one would hope they were stored more safely.
You'd think the miners would have put them at the far end of the tunnel if they meant to use them.
Are you guys dumb?
Along the whole length.
If they were to detonate, the entire tunnel would collapse.
Then they must have been left here on purpose.
Intruders! Get them!
The Esfrosti army!
Recommended level 26? Really? The highest level we can, like, level 24 was the max, like, random battle we could do.
The Esfrosti mean to seal off the mine!
Do not let them through the tunnel. Kill them.
But this is House Wolfort we're up against, Commander.
You think I don't know that? The battle won't be easily won. But if we've the metal to use our explosives, victory may cost us our lives, but we can take those Wolfort curs with us. For Esfrost, for an end to Hysantian tyranny, we must blockade the mines. Soldiers, make ready.
Aye!
No, they don't mean to. They would blow the tunnel at the cost of their own lives?
Can't let a single one detonate, huh?
My magic is at your
Ain't
disposal.
taking you with us there, Benny boy. And really wish that she joined up earlier. Be more willing to use her at this point. There we go, overview. How exactly do these work? By the enemy are set to detonate on a timer. Move next to the enemy's explosive and disarm them before they detonate. Glow blue when a card can be used, and the opposite area station will become selectable. 8 minecart call stations. And next to a station where there is no cart, you can, okay, so we can do that. Cart deals damage to anything on the rails that it travels on. Yeah, no kidding. Oh, there are definitely going to be reinforcements. There's way too few people here. Or is that what easy does? All of them are elite, it look like now.
Comrades, we will seal off the mines, whatever it takes.
If it costs us our lives to destroy our enemy, so be it. Detonate the charges and let them rot in pieces among the iron.
We've no hope if they set off the explosives. Do not take this lightly. They're willing to martyr themselves to defeat us.
You won't beat me!
Oh.
Appreciated.
Oh, do we...
To victory! Look at me learning.
My turn.
The controls for this are weird.
Into the shadows.
Where are you going?
For victory!
Odd spot to move there, buddy.
Here I come.
You'll get no mercy from us. Come on, then. Well, congratulations are in order.
All right, the rest of you, keep going. Blow up the tunnel and seal off the mines.
Damn! We need to hurry before the explosives go off. Defeat is not an option.
God, Could you imagine trying to do this on a harder difficulty?
Help me, please.
I mean, we basically need to be constantly calling these carts back and crap. While also trying to maintain a decent, like, team setup at the other end.
Go swift.
That'll do.
I'll take it from here.
Well, killed him with that.
Let me show you what I've learned.
Ah, dang it.
Stay right there! For a better world.
I'll take you on! Out of my way!
Surprise!
Sound strike. This is the end.
Charge!
Yep, and the enemies definitely use them too.
This battle is ours.
Donates in 45 turns? Yeah, we definitely have way more time to deal with this than I expected. Even the bird goes along for the ride.
From us.
She didn't blind him.
Come on, then.
Dang it. Really hoping to send Hasabara along that one.
Oh, no.
Defeat is not an option.
If we could actually, like, double turn this to be able to move after we, you know, activate the cart, definitely be a lot better.
I can do this.
Whatever it takes.
Oh, and he can't actually help out getting up there, dang it.
I'll hold fast here.
That'll do.
Only that is counting down for everybody's turn, so that's slightly annoying.
Your wounds are healed.
Let me
Weird
show
spot
you
to
what
put
I've
that. Oh, she can't actually move far enough for that?
You won't beat me!
Time to work. Into the shadows.
I won't lose!
I have a feeling this guy's running off to try to, like, set off a bomb.
Come on, then.
Okay, now we're starting to actually get a decent force back at that line.
This battle is ours. You'll get no mercy from us.
There we go.
For the honor of House Wolford.
Oh, he wasn't trying to set a bomb.
Wait your turn.
Me too!
What is that healer even trying to do? We do seem to be doing more damage on the easier difficulty.
Time to take action.
Really, Best Regards doesn't really do much better than Not on My Watch, apparently.
I will follow you faithfully till the end.
Cool heads shall prevail.
I will end this.
So if we end our turn right next to it, we can call.
You won't beat me!
Wait, what am I doing?
Look to my shield!
I only got shield, bro. Oh, you can't back attack from this range. Alrighty. We'll have her keep going after the mage.
Charge! Be gone! For my kingdom!
Leave everything to me. What are you screwing your cups about.
Whew, thank goodness.
Almost.
Impressed?
Time to take flight.
Very roundabout way of doing that.
From this range.
Just die already!
Carefully. I'll make this quick.
But now Rilla can finish him off.
Nice try!
I think his regen buff just wore off there.
I ain't that slow.
Probably avoid trying to use fire against the explosives up there.
Strike while the iron's hot.
Enough!
I was wondering.
For the duchy! For the loved ones awaiting word of our triumph! We will win this, one way or another!
More of them. Stay on your guard, my friends.
I will end this.
Sound strike. For life. It's over.
Okay, good. All the casters are dead. Oh, we're gonna lose that loot, aren't we?
For one and all.
That's the stuff.
So how exactly is the bomb mechanic supposed to really be working here, exactly? Like, is it just every, like... Really? What is with this guy and dodging my furies? Anyway, is it supposed to be, like, every few turns? Like, someone just automatically plops down a bomb? It doesn't matter who it is, it just will always get dropped. Keep trying to level.
Do it. Here I come.
Goodbye.
Ooh, gold.
Carefully. I need this.
Should be able to have Hasselbar just heal him up before we really get into any kind of trouble.
Your orders?
Didn't realize she would get another turn so quick.
I can heal too.
This will help. Time to take action.
Really? Yeah, I knew where she was.
I will end this.
It was just being coy about it. Got him.
Let me heal your wounds. Your wounds are healed.
I needed that.
For victory!
Surprise!
Yes! Did you see that?
I've been waiting for this.
Oh, he's too slow to actually reach the guy.
Show me what you're made of.
There we go. Now we can't block the bottom of the ladder.
Feisty, aren't we? This should do it.
This battle is ours. Darkness engulfs you.
Definitely want to keep the blindness up.
Nice try!
For the honor of House Wolfort.
Oh, wait! Yep. That was dumb. Not bad, you two.
I will end this.
Oh, I can't actually move her up there.
Allow me. Ha!
I'll take it from here.
No!
Out! Impressed?
Well, at least they picked up. Okay, so I guess it doesn't matter what action they take on their turn, they're always going to drop a bomb if they're going to drop a bomb.
I shall do what I can.
That's where this fight feels like someone thought up the level gimmicks, like, oh yeah, that sounds awesome, let's make the area huge for all 10 minecarts.
It's plain to see.
And then no other thought was really put into it.
Let me show you what I've learned. Flames, heed my call.
She almost had... Okay then.
Wolfort
Oh crap.
bastards. We'll have no home to return to if we fail to seal the mines off.
More soldiers. We need to stop them before they can set off the explosives.
It's not over yet.
It ends here. I'll take you on. You're in the way.
Bit of a bind, this. No slacking off.
Much obliged.
This battle is ours.
Let me guess. Yep.
This ends now!
Defeat is not an option. Wait your turn.
Yeah, we're gonna get countered, but I figure it's better to do this to kind of protect Hasabara. Oh, hi.
Hello, me. That hit the mark.
There we go. We can have her grab the explosive next turn. Counter dude. It might be a good idea to get rid of some of his TP immediately.
Let me heal your wounds. Make the most of this.
That's a big help.
So we're gonna get skewered by the spearman, but this prevents him from getting flanked. Oh, I forgot about that move. Crap. And they still could flank. Great. What's the difference between charge 1 and 2?
For victory! Take that! Breathe your last!
Oh, come on!
Just gotta do it.
His big ass super move, and he misses. My god. I would have killed him.
I've been waiting for this.
The hunt is on.
Game hates me.
From this range. My pride is my shield.
I will end this. Come get me.
That of a movement extender so I could toss a heal over to him. He's gonna take more hits than he should at this point.
Now I end this.
Allow me.
Guess that at least covered some of it.
Powers in me. For a better world.
Too slow!
It's not over yet.
The tides are turning.
I'll make you proud, Grandfather.
I won't lose.
Come on, really? Oh, his opportune attack can cause counters, really?
You can't hold out much longer. Ha! It's no use.
What about...
Too slow.
What about Gila's turn? Why is she taking so long to go?
I shall do what I can.
Oh wait, that's right, she cast haste on him, didn't? But then again, the other guys did get extra turns anyway. I don't know.
I'll be your shield.
Now it's my turn. What a pain. I'm old, not a pushover.
Your orders?
Time to take flight. This ends now!
There we go. Here she should be able to move to any spot I need her. We're pretty much done.
I'll take it from here.
Fight would have been such a drag on normal.
I won't lose.
Seems like the big thing that changes is our damage numbers on easy.
I will end this.
We'll only be doing about like, I don't know, we only usually do about 70 damage with our normal attacks usually.
Help me, please. I can heal too.
My apologies.
I ain't done it now!
Cool heads shall prevail.
Allow me.
My thanks.
Your orders?
I doubt she'll be able to join in time.
Feisty, aren't we? No slacking off.
You have my gratitude.
I really wish her Be Brave ability actually healed herself. That would have been so useful.
You're done! I love the battlefield.
His frosty soldiers have been dealt with. The mine is ours again.
We already know it's salt. We got no... We didn't get any medals. Oh, is that like the cost you have on an easier difficulty? You don't get everything? And there was no, like, guaranteed drops like some of the other missions. I don't know.
Close. To think they tried to collapse the tunnel with themselves still inside.
Why would the Frosty blow them?
We already know!
Nothing as Frost does make sense.
My God.
If they were this we must see what lies at...
Now let us press...
Oh! These pink rocks aren't iron.
It's salt. Or rather... salt crystal.
Crystallized salt.
Yes, we knew.
The Rosellan legend.
The Grand Norzellian mines must have been... This explains how Esfrost was able to cut ties with Hyzant.
As long as they could excavate their own, they didn't need to rely on the...
How do you think Gustadolf discovered this?
Lord Dragan was in charge of the mines until he was assassinated in that sudden Esfrosty raid, which Gustadolf used as a pretense to invade Glenbrook, after which he claimed control of the mines. That tells me Lord Dragan was likely the first to discover the salt crystals. However, a struggle ensued between him and Gustadolf over their ownership.
So Gustadolf had him killed and ordered the invasion of Glenbrook. In order to seize control of the mines and secure the salt crystals for himself. That scheming bastard!
Looks like we made the right call, taking back the mines.
Could have done this a long ass time ago.
To the duchy, but even that ain't gonna last him forever.
Indeed. If we can hold the mines, Esfrost will have no choice but to surrender.
And what if they discover another vein of salt crystals elsewhere?
A real possibility, if the Rosellan legend is to be believed. But the Grand Norzellian mines only succeeded because all three powers worked together. If this is the kind of terrain salt crystals are found in, Esfrost cannot dig a new mine all on their own that easily.
Meaning they're at their most vulnerable now, without a source of salt to call their own.
This does not concern only Esfrost. The existence of salt crystals will undermine the very foundation upon which Hyzant is built.
If people knew that, then the two pillars of Hyzantian power...
And
As we know.
the Rosellan legend is true. If we reveal the truth, they would be forced to free the Roselle they've been...
No, they double down.
We hold the very future of Norzelia in our hands.
Whatever we decide to do.
Indeed. For now, Huet, send word to the capital. I want Kingdom soldiers posted around this entire area. Tell them to allow no one anywhere near the mines.
It shall be done, sire.
This must be what the old man was hoping to find.
So, our army failed to secure the Grand Norzellian mines.
It would seem House Wolfort interfered. Glenbrook forces already surround the area, so retaking the mines is likely out of the question.
They must have discovered the salt crystals. Damn them. Gather our soldiers, and be quick about it.
Aye, Your Grace.
I see you finally decided to answer my summons, Svarog.
I shan't use laboring in secret to complete the death knell as an excuse. Punish me as you see fit. If you think you can, that is.
I ought to wipe that impertinent smile off your face.
I saw what they brought in from the Grand Norzellian mines.
Huh. So you know of the salt crystals?
Enough secrets, Gustadolf. Tell me what you are planning.
To use those salt crystals to put the final nail in Hyzant's coffin. To free the people of Norzelia from their tyranny by ending their monopoly over salt.
By which you mean the strong will be free to trample the weak. Is that it?
I will not argue semantics. Though it is at least far more human to struggle for one's own survival, rather than capitulate to the whims of some goddess. People have the right to discover their own strength, and wield it to claim what is rightfully theirs. Just as you are contesting me at this very moment, Uncle.
How long have you known of the salt crystal's existence?
I learned of the possibility long ago, when I read of them in an old text from the archives. Ancient knowledge should never be discarded, as you well know, since you had Dragan study there to perfect his explosives.
You are the one who had him killed.
Spare me your unfounded speculation.
Unfounded, you say? Dragan oversaw the mine. It only stands to reason that he would have discovered the salt crystals first. So you, in your greed, had him killed, so that you might claim his discovery for your own. Not only that, but you used his murder as a pretext to invade Glenbrook. Am I wrong?
Huh. You have an admirable imagination. Admirable, but mistaken. Your son was quite the ambitious man, you know.
What do you mean?
You know very well what I mean. Indeed, Dragan did discover the salt crystals. Who else do you think told me of their existence? Yet he refused to hand them over unless I made him Prime Minister of Esfrost. And your son's scheming didn't end there. At the same time, he had initiated negotiations with Glenbrook. He offered them salt crystals in exchange for a noble title. He sought to fatherland and foe for all he could get.
Lies! All of it! How dare you dishonor my son's name!
I thought if anyone understood the extent of Dragan's ambition, it would be you. Uncle, now is not the time for family squabbles. Glenbrook now knows of the salt crystals. It is but a matter of time until Hyzant learns of them as well. We must make ready to stand against them.
What would you have me do?
The Death's Knell is taking far too long to build. See that it is finished with haste. Do that, and I will name you my Prime Minister, so you may fulfill your dearly departed son's dream in his stead.
Very well.
There is no time to waste. War will be upon our doorstep before we know it. A war to end all wars. A war whose victor shall rule Norzelia in her glorious entirety.
Oh boy.
Deep in the Grand Norzelian mines lay a most unexpected discovery. Crystals of pure salt. Now in possession of knowledge that could alter the course of history in Norzelia, the members of House Wolford gather at Whiteholm Castle to discuss their next move.
Unexpected though it may be, the salt crystals are now ours. How shall we proceed?
Carefully, for it has the potential to alter the balance of power across Norzelia. This is an opportunity to reshape the realm to our benefit. We must be strategic.
It's a target on our backs is what it is. There'll be no peace for us so long as we hold them.
Hyzant will set upon us with a fury we've never known if they hear of this.
She's right. They will stop at nothing to defend their faith.
Nor will Esfrost go quietly into the night.
Then let us prepare for when word does spread, rather than fret over how long we can keep the secret. Whether we protect the salt as ours or find another way to use it, we must act soon.
What say you, Your Majesty?
We find ourselves at a crossroads. Not just as a kingdom, but an entire realm. Our decision will touch every life in Norzelia. I too wish to act quickly. But I beg you all for a moment alone with my thoughts.
Your caution is admirable, but ill-advised. Hesitation could cost us everything.
That much is obvious. Yet I cannot race headlong into the unknown when so much depends upon us.
Benedict, I find myself unmoored as well. I wish to hear from all present before we decide upon a course of action.
This is voting time.
As you wish. Pray let it be swift.
Serenoa, answer me this. Can I count on you to walk the path with me? Whatever it may be.
I was named Lord of House Wolfort long before I was inducted into the Saintly Seven. And I've been your friend even longer still.
Say no more. Take the others to Castle Wolfort and await my word. Likewise, inform me of any movements from Hyzant.
As you wish. Until we meet again.
Now we got a character story.
Roland, what are you doing out here?
There's hardly a better place to become lost in one's thoughts. Don't you agree?
I suppose. However, if aught weighs on your mind, it may serve you better to turn to a friend.
Then let me ask, do you believe me too immature for my station?
Not at all. Quite the opposite, in fact.
But the other nobles loved to gossip of my disinterest in politics and intrigue, and mocked my love of hawking.
You said it yourself. Gossip and sniping, nothing more. Pay no mind to nobles and their petty judgments. The people who matter, your subjects, hold you dearly in their hearts. Stories abound of their love for you.
Hey, go peddle your junk somewhere else.
And why would I do that, my good sir? I see no reason to forego such a bustling avenue simply to please a stranger.
A stranger? You're posted in front of my damn shop. You're stealing my customers from right under my nose.
Oh, I am? I'm not sure your lack of customers could be blamed on me. Surely the proprietor bears some responsibility for...
What bickering is this?
None of your business, whelp. Now leave us to our negotiations.
Prince Roland, is that really you?
A prince, you say? Well,
A distinguished gentleman such as yourself must be mortified to have your customers bear witness to this childish bickering.
I'm sorry, Your Highness. My temper got the best of me.
And you, merchant. If you mean to trade in Glenbrook, I trust you have procured the proper licenses and approvals.
Well, the process takes some days, you see. Pardon, Your Highness.
Then your business shall have to wait some days, it seems. Shall I summon a member of the Kingsguard to explain the law in detail?
No, there'll be no need of that, Highness. I'll just be on my way.
Thank you, Prince Roland. Come visit any time, and I'll let you have your pick of my wares.
Your place has always been with your people. You could walk down the main avenue and settle disputes with a single word.
Don't tell me you were watching. They were petty arguments, nothing more.
As petty as they might have been, you were happy to do it. What better?
But it wasn't because I was wise that I solved their problems. It was my name and status that let my words wait. How do you imagine a kingdom with not a single dissatisfied soul would look?
That's a difficult thing to imagine.
Indeed. I suppose the best one can hope for is to do what we can, while we can.
Well, we can start envisioning such a nation. That one day we might build it, together.
I like the sound of that. No doubt the answers we seek lie ahead, so long as we stay honest with ourselves. And so long as we work together, you and I, Serenoa.
Okay. A whole bunch of stuff to say.
Milo has sent a dispatch from Glenbrook. Deep within the Grand Rosalian mines lies... It would seem salt crystals were found within.
Impossible! The discovery of salt outside the source explains Gustadolf's recent provocations.
How can you be so calm? The teachings tell us that salt is a blessing, bestowed only upon the goddess's followers. The discovery of these salt crystals is an existential threat to Hyzant.
Salt crystals are salt too. We need only keep word of this discovery from spreading.
Of course.
But how?
The Hierophant has spoken. Minister Exham, you shall raise an army and seize the Grand Norzelian mines in Hyzant's name.
The Hierophant asks us to invade Glenbrook?
Do you have another way to silence King Roland and his royal hounds in House Wolfort?
Minister Serenoa is one of us, and thus... But we know not if he will do so, or if he will cast his lot with his precious king. You shall ask him yourself when you surround Castle Wolfort en route to the mine.
And if he resists?
You are free to deal with him, as we do with all who forsake the goddess.
I'm gonna guess that's our next fight, right? I guess Gustadolf's gonna be the last boss, maybe? Either that or Edor, I guess.
I am gladdened to see each and every one of you, my ironclad brothers in arms, here at Twinsgate. I have asked you here to tell you of a most fortuitous discovery. We have found crystals of salt deep in the Grand Norzelian mines. Alas, Glenbrook has taken those very mines from us. What's worse, Glenbrook's esteemed House Wolfort is led by one of the Saintly Seven of Hyzant. They will no doubt be informed of the salt crystals, and their precious religion will be shaken to its core. I trust you can all imagine how Hyzant will respond to such an affront. They will not go quietly, but will instead seek the crystals for themselves, that their reign of terror may continue unimpeded. Therefore, we must subdue Glenbrook and seize the mines for Esfrost if we are to counter this grave threat. But we cannot stop there, for that will only draw Hyzant to our gates. They will stop at nothing to conquer all of Norzelia in their name. The Duchy has never been in a more precarious position, but we will not yield. We subscribe to no faith, and we bend the knee for no king. We shall greet our enemies at Twinsgate with cold, hard steel. Our newest weapon, the Death's Knell, is nearly complete. With it, we shall strike back at Hyzant. The false goddess shall crumble beneath the sheer force of our iron will, and Hyzant reduced to rubble along with her. Raise your swords, my black iron heroes. Your names shall be cast in iron when the histories of this day are written. You shall be known as the defenders of Esfrost!
For Esfrost!
Oh yes. The Death's Knell will reduce many a falsehood to rubble, dear Gustadolf.
And back to Esfrost.
Have you heard the popular rumor, Lord Claris?
That Hyzant intends to raise an army against Glenbrook? Yes, I am familiar.
So it's reached the consortium then. Is it true?
King Roland has only just reclaimed the Crown City with Hyzant's help, not to mention restored relations with them. Ordinarily, such a thing would be unthinkable, but the rumors are so persistent that I think something may be afoot.
For example?
I wouldn't be so restless if I had an example to give.
And who are you?
Esfrost gathers its troops at Twinsgate. Might they have heard the rumors as well?
Perhaps. A battle for the very soul of Norzelia may loom on the horizon. But therein lies the opportunity for merchants like us. You can't wage war without a surfeit of supplies.
You're quite right about that.
And each shift in Norzelia's power balance opens new business opportunities.
Will the Consortium continue trading with Hyzant?
'Tis difficult to say. I believe House Wolfort's actions from here on will be key to the Consortium's decision.
House Wolfort, you say?
Indeed. They've been involved in most every conflict between the three nations on this continent. Why stop now? I shall wait and see how Lord Serenoa responds first, lest I make any hasty decisions.
Hyzant has learned of the salt crystals. Minister Exham of the Saintly...
Yes, we know.
Elsewhere, Gustadolf amasses his own... All eyes are on Glenbrook, where Roland and Serenoa... After much deliberation, Roland makes his way to...
Tight thing.
I appreciate you coming all this way, Roland.
I was the one who asked for your time, so it is only natural I make the journey. I wish to tell you that I finally made up my mind.
And I would hear your decision if you were willing to share it with me.
I've long pondered over the one thing that Norzelia needs most. I thought back on the Salt Iron War. 30 years have passed, yet the root of our conflict remains the same. Each nation still thinks only of itself, wishing to fill its coffers even at the expense of others. But who bears the brunt of such a war?
The people.
Exactly so. The avarice of the ruler is an existential threat to their loyal subjects.
And yet without that wealth, the people suffer just as much. They languish in poverty.
This much is obvious. But there can be no winner without a loser. Remove one, and you necessarily remove the other. If we achieve equality, we achieve peace.
And how do you propose we achieve... No. No, surely you don't mean...
Yes. The goddess's teachings. All can live as equals under the goddess. An authority greater than any king. The model nation was in front of us all along, Serenoa. The holy state of Hyzant. I have decided that we must give the salt crystals in the Grand Norzelian mines to Hyzant.
And in so doing, you'll give them control of all Norzelia.
Exactly. There will be no more squabbling over salt. Norzelia will know eternal peace at last.
Unequal peace, surely. One built on the backs of a people like the Roselle, if not the Roselle themselves.
I am not blind to that fact. But so few will suffer for the good of so many. Nothing in this world is perfect, Serenoa. The sacrifice of the few for the good of the many. It's the only clear answer, and one I would give every time I were asked.
Submitting to the goddess will rob you of your kingship.
So be it. My crown. My pride. They are but small prices to pay for peace.
You are truly prepared to throw it all away.
Join me, Serenoa. Let us unite Norzelia under the Holy State.
Roland, this is quite sudden.
I understand. Pray, take all the time you need. I expect Frederica will want nothing to do with this plan, seeing as it forsakes her people. I am already mourning the rift this may cause between you, but I shall not be swayed. This will be my final act as Glenbrook's king.
King Roland's anguish plays plainly across his face. It pains me to see him so tortured.
I'm not surprised. The future of our kingdom, to say nothing of the entire continent, rests upon his shoulders.
Pray tell, what do you intend to do about the salt crystals?
In truth, I cannot decide. Salt is too precious to be hoarded. We've a duty to share it with the people, which is...
Where the difficulty lies, yes. The source makes that all too clear. Salt lies at the heart of every war in Norzelia.
Would that the boundless salted sea of Rosellan legend still existed. We'd have no need of conflict if there were a source of salt for all.
My love, if I may, the discovery of the salt crystals has made two things plain to me. The first is that my mother spoke true in the legend she passed on to me.
And the other is that the goddess's teachings are nothing more than a lie built to constrain your people.
Just so. We are guilty of nothing. Yet the Roselle languish in the source, where they are looked down upon and forced to work until they die. Entire generations lost. Countless lives given to Hyzant's cruelty. Cruelty created to justify Hyzant's own avarice and lust for power.
Such is the ugly lie at the heart of their teachings.
One revealed by a crystal of the mineral they hold so dear. The time has come, Serenoa. The Roselle must be freed. The salt crystals have brought us to the brink of war. We can harness this unrest, incite the Roselle to rise up and rebel against their captors.
I am with you. Believe me, I am. But you make it sound so...
Simple. Yes, I know. But the suffering of my people is so distant for everyone else. We can no longer wait for someone to do the right thing. Help isn't coming. Why else would my own mother incite rebellion? We are alone.
I swear to you, none of this feels distant to me. The Roselle live in my domain. I am betrothed to you, my dear. It couldn't feel any closer.
And I thank the stars that I have you by my side. I do. In truth, that's why I think this time will be different. Why I'll be able to accomplish what my mother could not.
I agree. But the risk is immense. Suppose we succeed, what then? Hyzant will not let us go quietly.
Of course not.
And when that time comes, you can lead the Roselle to Centralia, just as your mother wrote about in the book she left behind, beyond the Great Falls and the Falk's domain at the end of the Norzelia River, the ancestral home of the Roselle.
But that's just a legend.
We've already found one legend to be rooted in truth. Perhaps this one is as well. And if not, at least you'll be safe from harm.
I doubt Benedict will share our feelings, though. Abandoning all we've built to embark on a journey fraught with danger in search of a legend. Yet no matter how perilous the path ahead, I would happily walk it at your side.
We're getting all of our
I
options
trust you
here, huh?
understand what a monumental effect the discovery of these salt crystals will have on Norzelia's history. Whatever course of action we choose will determine whether House Wolfort leaves a legacy in that history, or is expunged from it.
How would you proceed, Benedict?
I would do all I could to keep it from falling into Hyzant's hands. They already control the source. With the crystals in hand, they will solidify their grip on the realm and in time dominate it. The siren song of a false equality under their goddess shall blanket the land, claiming every domain and its people.
Even though they count me among the Saintly Seven?
Even then, for that matters little when the equality they espouse is dictated by the goddess. Or should I say, the Hierophant. In the end, they will have the same life and death control over all Norzelia that they now hold over the Roselle.
And our wounds from the battle with Esfrost have only begun to heal. Hyzant will destroy us if we wage war against them in our current state.
But they stand little chance against us.
I knew it.
We ally with Esfrost.
Ally with Esfrost? Are you of sound mind, Benedict?
Quite. Think about it for a moment. Esfrost wants nothing more than to loosen Hyzant's grip. They will go to war if it means control of the salt crystals.
Our interests are broadly aligned, yes, but...
Esfrost has been building toward precisely that purpose for some time now.
You speak of the Death Knell, the weapon that Cordelia mentioned.
Precisely. A weapon capable of reducing the goddess's shield to rubble, leaving Hyzant's capital ripe for the taking. Without that weapon, we cannot win. You need only say the word, and I shall convince Esfrost to join our side.
I appreciate your candor, Benedict, and I do not doubt you secure Esfrost's cooperation. But I fear the harder fight is within our own domain. King Roland's heart will not be easily won.
I bid you listen closely and calmly to what I'm about to ask.
Roland kinda sucks as a ruler.
Somber tone.
Do you believe King Roland is fit to rule?
What are you implying?
Decorum is of little use when the fate of our realm is at stake, Lord Serenoa. Are you content to spend the rest of your life in servitude to another?
Not another word, Benedict. Roland is more than my king. He is my friend.
And you are Lord of House Wolfort, whose military prowess is known to all Norzelia. Not the guard dog of Glenbrook and Hyzant. What else are you here to do, if not to protect your house and keep its banner aloft? But you have the potential for so much more. All Norzelia could be yours if you but desired it.
Treason, if not outright regicide. These are your suggestions.
Of course not. The blood in your veins and the royal family's ring are claim enough to the throne. There is no need for violence.
I told you not to speak of that again.
But you did not tell me to forget. The time to reckon with your lineage draws near. You must make a...
I've heard enough. Leave me.
Just know that I will do anything you ask of me, Lord Serenoa. I pray that you make the right choice. Not only for House Wolfort, but for yourself.
Yep, here it is. What do I get? Yep. Admittedly, I kind of want to go with the Aesfrost route just so we can beat the crap out of Hyzant. Oh, website, save. Of course, there's always going the Roselle, fuck this shit, I'm out option too.
You are certain Hyzant's army marches for the Grand Norzelian mines?
There is no doubt.
They've heard word of the crystals.
It was only a matter of time. We knew this.
Esfrost's army gathers at Twinsgate as well.
War's breaking out over this thing, and we've got to be ready.
How will Glenbrook respond, King Roland?
There's no need to prepare for war. I have decided that we will surrender the salt crystals to the holy state of Hyzant.
What?
Furthermore, I hereby declare that the kingdom of Glenbrook and its people shall submit to the goddess and her teachings. There is no way to bring happiness to all Norzelia with the salt crystals, which is why I have chosen a path that will allow the greatest number of people to live in equality and harmony.
How could you? Do you not see that Hyzant's dominion over Norzelia's salt is why we are in conflict already? Is the suffering of the Roselle not proof enough that the goddess's vaunted equality is a lie?
She speaks the truth, my king. Handing over the salt crystals is tantamount to giving Hyzant's goddess free reign of Norzelia. Will you so readily surrender the realm to the Hierophant?
Like, person who hasn't really shown up at all.
I acknowledge the abdication of my kingdom and kingship alike. A small price to pay in my eyes. In exchange for the security and prosperity of the many.
And the sacrifice of the Roselle, is that a small price to you?
It is.
How could you say such a thing to my face?
I, for one, oppose. I would prefer to ally with Esfrost and strike back at Hyzant. The salt deposits within the mines give us the leverage we need to convince Gustadolf to join us.
Ally with Esfrost? You dare suggest we ally with the man who murdered my father?
I see no reason why we should not. You proposed abdicating the throne for the sake of the kingdom and its people. So you should have no trouble putting aside your own feelings and judging this matter dispassionately.
I cannot believe my own ears. I will not have you lecture me on feelings when it is not your father he murdered.
None of you can see beyond your own grievances. It's no wonder my people have suffered for generations. We're told to believe in the goddess, while our own lives are thrown away to make a few more grains of your precious salt. And now, even with proof that the goddess is a lie, you would watch us dig our own graves for your comfort.
Lady Frederica, please. We shall
I mean, honestly, Esfrost has no reason to, you know, not free the Roselle after we kick Hyzant's ass and reveal all this.
No, I've heard that before. Your due time is never, and I will not have you cast us aside for another 3 decades or more. All else is in disarray. If Hyzant seizes the salt crystals, we forfeit the best opportunity in decades to free my people. We know the truth. We must act upon it. We must be a light in the darkness.
We cannot afford to dilute our forces when the enemy marches on us as we speak.
So we are a distraction to you?
I am merely being rational. Liberating the Roselle would be extremely dangerous. We cannot take such a risk.
Seriously, why couldn't this be a part of the Esfrost join plan?
Suppose we succeed. How do you propose we fend off the fury Hyzant will rain down upon us?
Esfrost would pounce on us, sensing weakness at the undue burden we've taken upon ourselves.
Precisely. We would be without allies and ripe for the taking.
There is another way.
And what, pray tell, would that be?
We set out alongside the Roselle in search of Centralia.
Centralia is a myth.
The legends of my people are true.
I care not one whit if they are. I will hear no talk of forsaking the Wolfort domain.
Silence! I have heard enough to know where each of you stand. Do you all hold the courage of your own convictions?
I do.
Nothing I've heard here has swayed me.
I feel the same.
Very well. But know that a choice must be made. There can only be one way forward. Face the scales of conviction and prepare to make peace with the outcome.
Seriously, why isn't the freeing the Roselle part of the joining with not Hyzant, but Aesfrost? I mean, wouldn't that be a part of that too? Once we take out the frickin' Hyzantians, wouldn't they naturally get freed in the equation too? Oh, I am so not standing with Roland, and what do you guys want to say? King Roland and Lady Frederica and Sir Benedict's convictions would diverge so greatly after all this time. When you and Miller say, what do you make of their plans? So I guess Benedict is the freedom guy. What was it? Freedom, morality and something else. What was the third one? I can't remember. No wait, not liberty. Liberty, freedom. And because screw Hyzant. Oh, no, that's my thank you for this. Use it. Wonder if everything is done simply for the sake of our house or something more. Since they're deeply in their conviction, makes me wonder if they'll be able to abide by the Scales' decision. All to you to lead everyone down the right path. Of course, I wish for all of us to walk astride the same paths we always have. And honestly, if we did go down Benedict's whole path of Wolffort rule the world, then yeah, we could definitely free the Roselle that way too. What lies ahead, regardless of which path you choose. I know that this may not be the best time to say so, but my wife gave birth to our first child a few days ago. I have time to think about it, my lord. For a decision before me, I have virtues as well, and I must take time to think before making a decision. Both choose a path that leads with no regrets. Do we actually lose Frederica if we go along with the Aesfrost plan? Must decree yet, my lord, the choice first feels immense. I am utterly adrift. Tell me how... Moral liberty and utility, that was it. Oh, great, she's now exactly with Benedict. About puppets up to the Hierophant, people do not deserve to be cast aside or some other nations deserve protection. We shall provide it. In line with Aestra gives us iron. We already have salt. Either we cower before Hyzant no longer. Right, the gods will bring equality, yes, but for the price of the entire kingdom and those who call it home. I mean, a member of the King Guard to my core and would sooner give my life for the people than submit to Hyzant's rule. King Rome entertained the idea of allying with Aesfrost, however he is far too convinced of his own strategy. Kingsguard or not, you remain one of his loyal subjects, but you not speak your mind and attempt to sway him? I should, to keep my feelings hidden would amount to deception on my part. You know, to reconsider my actions.
What do you need?
Each path before us demands a great sacrifice in exchange for a great reward. I'm sure King Roland, Benedict, and Frederica have agonized over their proposals. Now it's agonized over a decision. I have a feeling that all of my points are more towards Frederica with the whole morality, liberty, and utility. I'm guessing she's the morality side, which when you do side missions, apparently that's what goes up there. Perhaps contribution of our domain, the crystals, coupled with the fall of Aesfrost, should win us unfathomable esteem in their eyes. To say the Seven control the salt and thought nothing of oppressing the Roselle to maintain their hold on power. The reason why they would look kindly upon recent converts such as ourselves making such an entrance, all the while we would know the truth that the goddess' teachings are a lie. Precisely, we meet a swift end indeed were they to find out what we know. Yes, there are plenty of reasons to strike them down now. How come do you foresee?
I wonder.
On what grounds? Glenbrook is a kingdom of unbelievers, and we cannot guarantee every last one of the subjects will take up the goddess' teachings. Not take a rather dim view of all this, should think nearly all of them will. Very least feign that they have, it is the cost of living in peace and harmony. As they are as flexible and resilient as you say, I should certainly like to believe so. They are, for better and worse, useless as it is to tell you now, you needn't worry about the people. If they are too pliable and will learn to hate the Roselle ere long. Oops, guess I picked the wrong one there.
Aye, lad.
But Blood's fed this land, built it under a proper domain. See no reason why we should surrender it all to Hyzant. If Frederica would sympathize, ask that we risk everything for the sake of the Roselle. Benedict's got the right of it, I reckon, but even that doesn't seem quite the negative feeling I get every time I think about our options. You think Benedict goes through this too, eh? How do you reckon? Yeah, well, for domains, people we must stop enough to protect both, control the salt. As the little precious little became by aligning with Hyzant. Yeah, that's definitely not something he'll go with. I've seen how Hyzant treats Roselle. There's no reason to expect they will treat us as equals.
Besides,
You really think they'll turn us on the moment they get the salt crystals? Only State rewrote their history around a lie justifying the goddess' creed and the abuse of the Roselle, Eridor. Only knowing how they might treat the people of Glenbrook from one day to the next.
Joking?
I understand you're hesitant, but I think you're making too much of this. Because with respect would be a perfect way to show off how righteous their precious goddess is. More than that, I keep picking the wrong options, don't I?
Lord Saranoa.
Benedict and King Roland would march us to war. Frederica would see Hyzant hunt us for all eternity. But your vision not so different. So it comes to this, ally with a one-time opponent or flee with a Roselle. Both proposals all told, our tactics must be flawless. Why has Benedict's strategy swayed you?
Well then.
Indeed, their claims to equality are undone by the suffering of the Roselle and the lies employed to maintain control of the source. I little for their deceit myself. Meanwhile, Aesfrost's vaunted freedom is in practice a gladiatorial arena. Glenbrook, too, hides its sins beneath a thick growth of tradition. All nations betray their ideals. Do I have the right of it? Just so. Granted, I understand your fury and moral imperative that animates it. But what is war if not the clash of two such indignations? At a grasp, what we need is strategy, whether it to be win or merely stave off defeat. Okay then.
Saranoa.
Now, but wonder if you wish to act with too much haste. No, not what I can do to prove to you that I haven't thought this through. I swear to you, there's no fit of pique. An extraction may also provide the chance to strike at Hyzant. Would that not be enough? Also prolongs this war and thus the immense suffering of my people. If we do prevail, you know as well as I that my brother's not a merciful man. He'll not spare so much as a thought for the weak. That much is true. The Roselle's plight would then be buried once more amid negotiation between the nations. See, the time is now. We must have the power to save them. Power we forfeit. We were sent to Roland's plan. This is the one vision for our future that I cannot abide. My concerns seem narrow when all Norzelia is at stake, but I know you can save my brothers and sister. I beg you to consider it. Yeah, you can't really talk with anybody else.
It is time to cast our vote. The opinions before us are many. Roland's, Frederica's, Benedict's. Which to choose?
I don't have one of my own, so whatever.
With your token at the ready.
I'll just do whatever you guys say.
I agree wholeheartedly.
You have my vote.
Well, we got at least two of them.
I cannot be swayed.
I'm with you.
The scales of conviction.
I just wish Saranoa would actually be allowed to cast a vote too, because the fact that he does it means he has no real say in anything that goes on, which kind of hurts his character.
The way forward is decided. We will follow Benedict's plan and join forces with Aesfrost to lay Hyzant low.
A tumultuous meeting exposes a yawning chasm between Roland, Frederica, and... Yet only one...
We really need these.
For such is the custom. The time has come for judgments to be rendered, and leader.
We've chosen our path. We shall ally with Aesfrost and strike at the heart of the holy state of Hyzant.
So you would kiss Gustadolf's feet and bribe him with salt? I cannot abide this idiocy. You will defeat Hyzant only to be conquered by Esfrost.
We are well aware of Gustadolf's cunning. He shan't take advantage of us.
You would ally with them only to stab them in the back later?
If need be.
Have you no shame?
Says the king who would deliver his own people to Hyzant.
Yes, for that is how we secure peace for the many at the expense of the few.
You know that is not true. Hyzant will conquer all Norzelia if we give them the salt crystals. All will be forced to worship at the feet of the goddess and follow her orders. Just as the Roselle have at the source.
I see House Wolford is determined to walk their path astride Esfrost. But as King of Glenbrook, I will not allow it. Lord Wolford, I command you to march on the duchy and strike down Gustadolf.
What?
You remain my vassal. I dare you to defy me.
Roland, your majesty.
You are bound by nothing, Lord Serenoa. You are no one's vassal.
What are you talking about?
Now is not the time, Benedict.
Lord Serenoa is not the son of Lord Simon. His true parentage is none other than His Majesty King Regna.
You cannot be serious!
King Regna fell in love with Lady Destra, a commoner living in the Crown City. When it came to light that she was with child, King Regna bowed to pressure from the Royalists and had Lord Simon take her in. She bore a son, who you know today as Serenoa, heir to House Wolford.
If this is true, and you are my elder brother, then you are not bound by my command.
Hold! Roland is the one with the royal ring, is he not? Even if this story is true, is it not Roland who holds claim to the throne?
Roland was not the only one entrusted with a royal ring.
So you possess one as well, Serenoa.
I do.
It is genuine. There is no mistaking it. What Benedict says must be true. I've always admired you, Serenoa. I knew from the moment we met that you were worthy of respect. I always felt you to be my better, even as a leader. Yet I still felt a closeness with you I could never place. Now, at last, I have.
Roland.
All the more reason why I cannot concede to you now. Least of all to you, dear brother. Serenoa Wolfort, I challenge you to a duel. To the victor goes the crown.
Pray let us think about this.
On your guard, Serenoa. I do not say this in jest.
Cease this quarreling at once! Stop them, Benedict!
I cannot. They must settle this here and now if we are to move forward.
Listen to Benedict. This is not your fight. Do you have the courage of your convictions, brother?
Roland, stop this madness. I have no desire to sit upon the throne. I only wish to aid you in protecting our...
I have no doubt. You've been a peerless friend. I would trust you with my life. But the truth has been revealed and our paths diverge. You said it yourself. There can only be one way forward.
That has naught to do with our lineage. Our bloodlines need not be shackles.
Shackles? Ha! I have fought tooth and nail to protect what you now decry.
I know you have suffered, brother.
How can you? You who had your father's love, the unwavering trust of your subjects. You proved yourself time and again so effortlessly. I ask you to prove yourself once more.
Roland, please.
I have toiled in your shadow while you led House Wolford to glory. I have revered you and envied you in equal measure. I long to be like you. And I long to claim victory over you. Just once.
I am not worthy of such adulation. Nor am I alone the reason we've come this far. We are all in this together.
I knew you would seek to erase yourself from our history if you knew how I felt. Don't you dare shrink from me! Stand and fight so I can best you!
I have no will to fight you, brother. I want none of this.
But life does not always turn out how we want. Of this, you and I are now keenly aware. You asked me to put aside my feelings when you talked of joining with Esfrost. Now I ask you to do the same. Prove to me that you have what it takes to deal with Esfrost and crush Hyzant. That you can cut out a part of yourself to do what you think must be done. Show me you can create this bold new future you speak of!
Very well. The scales of conviction have spoken, and House Wolford shall heed their word. If you would stand in our way and seek to prevent us from walking the path we have chosen, then so help me, as Lord of House Wolford, I shall cut you down where you stand.
Yes! Let us see who is the better between us!
On your guard.
Okay, when was power aura things a thing? When did this become DBZ?
Seems it was me, dear brother.
In the end, I cannot escape your shadow. Kill me. It is only fitting that it is you who strikes the final blow.
What will become of Glenbrook?
That is up to you. I leave the kingdom in your hands. You have the ring, the royal blood. And it was House Wolford that reclaimed the kingdom. The people and the nobles will assent to your rule. So long as I am gone.
This is no time to waver, Lord Serenoa. King Roland initiated the duel. The terms are his to dictate. Letting him live will only prolong our troubles.
You think I do not know that? You ask the impossible. My friend, my brother, is not meant to die by my hand.
You are cruel in your kindness, Serenoa. I have neither the constitution nor the fortitude to be king. I cannot lead as you can. as our father did. I saw the terrifying limits of my abilities, and sought the sweet release of surrendering to a higher power.
I mean, that's basically what we do every time we use the frickin' scales, isn't it?
You have such a coward live?
I've watched you confront these parts of yourself for as long as I can remember. I've watched you strive to better yourself, to better everyone. You had my undying loyalty and trust. Oh, how I admired you, my friend. How I longed to follow in your footsteps.
And follow you did. But now you must overtake me.
I shall. Just promise me one thing. Promise me that you will watch over me. Every breath, every step, every word from my lips. And the moment you see me stray, you will set me back on the right path.
This I shall do, seeing as you bested me in combat. Farewell, Serenoa. May we never meet again as brother or friend.
Not the parting I would have preferred, but as Roland himself noted, life does not always turn out as we want.
Not another word, Benedict. I do not trust myself to show restraint.
My love.
At least we have settled on a path forward. There is work to do.
Yeah, that's pretty much how it feels he does, Dorcamus.
Leave me, Huette.
I cannot do that. Or have you forgotten that you are my one and only sworn liege?
Then take this as an order from that liege. Serve Serenoa, as you once served me. I am the only one who need walk this path.
Your Majesty.
Dry your tears, Huette. It is unbecoming for a proud member of the King's Guard.
How can you say that? I never expected our parting to be like this.
I am sorry, but there is something I would tell only you by way of apology. My disagreement with Serenoa and hatred of Esfrost were no lies. I will walk this path, carrying these feelings with me, perhaps forever. But my unwillingness to ally with Esfrost runs deeper than a personal grudge.
Is it because you cannot trust Gustadolf?
It is his idea of freedom I cannot trust. In a world of unbridled ambitions, people will stop at nothing to claim power. The strong will prosper, while the weak will struggle to survive.
So if we join forces with Esfrost, then someday Glenbrook will.
Yes. His ideals of freedom will inevitably create a clear division between the strong and the weak. It will become a place where even children are no stranger to suffering and sacrifice. Just like those two in the Crown City. I cannot abide by that.
I do not think Lord Serenoa wishes for a world like that.
Nor do I. But Benedict will stop at nothing to defeat Hyzant. Who knows what will happen once he joins forces with Gustadolf?
I understand. You wish for me to stay and watch over House Wolford.
Yes. You must take care of Serenoa in my place. And Cordelia as well.
You have my word. You needn't worry about a thing, Your Majesty.
You were a loyal and true knight, Huette. And for that, you have my eternal thanks.
Roland.
Cordelia. I'm sorry.
You needn't apologize. I understand how you feel. I am your sister after all.
Thank you, Cordelia. Take care.
I wonder how this goes on the other paths, because it's clearly set up that you'll lose someone no matter which route you pick. Does that mean Roland actually sticks around if you join up, if you do the whole Exodus thing with the Roselle? And Benedict, I guess, would be the one to leave in that regard. And obviously, Frederica ain't staying along if you're going with Hyzant.
I wish I had never learned of my true lineage. I was happy being Serenoa Wolfort, son of Lord Simone and Lady Destra.
No matter whose blood runs through your veins, you are still yourself.
Thank you, Frederica. But now Roland is gone. Someone's coming.
It looks like Benedict.
I am in no mood to speak with him. Let us conceal ourselves.
Lord Simone, Lady Destra, today I revealed the truth of Lord Serenoa's birth and drove Prince Roland from the city. Lord Serenoa will be crowned the king of all Glenbrook, but this is merely the first step of many. We will use the salt crystals to ally ourselves with Esfrost and defeat Hyzant. I will see to it that Lord Serenoa becomes the undisputed ruler of all Norzelia. He has the strength and character worthy of sitting atop this realm, and I shall carve that path to the summit for him. He did not wish for the position, nor this power. But no matter how much he resents me, I will ensure his success. He shares your blood, Lady Destra, and as such, I refuse to see him at the mercy of others again.
Why would you go so far?
Lord Simone, you were a lord worthy of my life's devotion. You were an equal to King Regna in every way. You could have sat upon the throne, and yet... You resigned yourself to life as a vassal, and took in Lady Destra at your liege's request. You two treated Lady Destra and Lord Serenoa as if they were no more than pawns to be traded about. Back then, I could not forgive you, or King Regna. Lady Destra, even now, I find it hard to forgive myself for being unable to save you. Which is why I will make Lord Serenoa a greater ruler than his father or King Regna could ever be.
Benedict, you had the hots for your mom, dude.
This is my revenge against myself for being so powerless then. I will not repent. I will devote my life to atoning for my incompetence.
Benedict cared very deeply for Lady Destra.
No amount of regret will change the past. We have no way to go but forward.
My lord, how did the nobles take the news?
They were surprised to hear of Roland's disappearance, as well as of my lineage and intention to ascend the throne. But there was not nearly as much contempt or disorder as I had anticipated.
I also explained that it was King Roland's own decision to abdicate once he learned the truth.
I think it may have been the royal signet that kept them so composed. They took it as proof that King Regna deemed Serenoa a worthy successor.
Even if they had objections in their heart, they could not act upon them. There is not a soul in Glenbrook who can deny the might and exploits of House Wolford. Princess Cordelia would have been their sole chance to challenge his ascension, but she is already within our hands.
Be that as it may, the people must see it as such. I will not be able to get their support should they think I usurped the throne.
Precisely.
In any case, it's hard to believe our young lord's truly the King of Glenbrook.
I never coveted this throne, but we have chosen to ally ourselves with Esfrost and have driven Roland away. I shan't run from my responsibilities any longer. I will take up the mantle of king to serve both Glenbrook and House Wolford.
A fine resolve, Your Majesty. We stand with you now.
Well, I guess now I can actually use Groma instead of Roland, I guess. 'Cause I did find her fun in the couple random battles I used her in.
Benedict, prepare for my ascension and our negotiations with Esfrost.
Yes, Your Majesty. I will also continue working on our plans for Hyzant.
We cannot afford to lose this battle. Do what you must.
As you command.
Several days later, Serenoa announces that he is the son of the late King Regna, and that Roland, having learned the truth...
Yes, we just saw the scene game.
There is more behind the announcement, but House Wolford has the support. Thus, Serenoa Wolford takes the throne as the new King of Glenbrook. The joining of House Wolford and the Kingdom of Glenbrook is yet another twist in the ever-turning narrative of Norzelia. One which Hyzant and Esfrost look on with ever-wary eyes.
I see everyone is here. What might this sudden meeting be about?
Minister Tenebris, you kept us waiting.
Ah, my apologies.
You were all summoned here to discuss the recent political changes in Glenbrook.
King Roland has conceded the throne to Minister Serenoa. Apparently the two are half-brothers.
What? So, this was not a hearing of my crimes.
Do you know something about this, Minister Tenebris?
No. What will become of Glenbrook?
There are rumors that King Roland has absconded, but the people seem utterly composed about the change of power.
Is this not a joyous occasion? With Minister Serenoa on the throne, Glenbrook becomes a vassal nation of Hyzant.
Not quite. We had intended to use Minister Serenoa to pressure King Roland into giving him control over the Grand Norzelian mines. But now he has both the salt crystal veins and the entire kingdom of Glenbrook in his hands. Our window of opportunity has closed.
Precisely. Any attempt to likewise pressure Minister Serenoa may result in us losing more than we bargained for.
He did not strike me as the sort of man to bite the hand that feeds.
He usurped the throne from his own master. We cannot afford to let our guards down.
Indeed.
Wait, the Hierophant actually exists?
We must be wary of House Wolford. We will summon Minister Exham and his forces back to the city to protect our people.
Understood. I will dispatch a bird to him at once.
I will have our spies in Glenbrook discern Wolfort's true intentions.
We must get our hands on those salt crystals. If House Wolfort dares disobey the goddess, they must be exterminated at once.
This is my chance. If I can bring glory to Hyzant.
And now Tenebris is gonna do something stupid.
I did not foresee Serenoa becoming king of Glenbrook.
You don't seem to be able to predict much when it comes to Wolfort.
Official reports say he left the capital to live a life of seclusion, but rumor has it that he absconded after losing a duel to Lord Serenoa.
Roland concealed his identity and fought hard to reclaim his kingdom. He would not so easily relinquish the throne. The rumors are likely closer to the truth than the reports.
So House Wolfort usurped the throne.
I did not take Serenoa for a man who had cast off the shackles of servitude by force. How fascinating it would be if the caged hawk broke free to soar the skies.
Without Prince Roland around, there is hope yet of restoring our relations with Glenbrook. Perhaps we could ask Lady Frederica to help us negotiate.
Glenbrook holds the salt crystal veins in their hands. No amount of negotiations would end in our favor. A bird that has flown the coop must be shot down. Whether they perish or return to a cage is up to them.
And we have yet another recap.
Serenoa invites Archduke Gustadolf. Gustadolf accepts the secret invitation. However, the salt crystal deposits uncovered.
Yes, we know.
A meeting between the two great rulers comes with...
What is the meaning of this, Lord Benedict?
It is as I said. The Kingdom of Glenbrook will cease all business with the Norzelia Consortium. The related parties should leave Glenbrook immediately, and any assets remaining shall be seized by the Kingdom.
This is madness. Not only will you cut your ties with Hyzant, but the Consortium as well? How do you intend to get your salt now?
You needn't worry about that.
So it's true. Glenbrook has mined salt crystals from deep beneath the earth.
It is no business of the Consortium's.
You dare slight us after all we've done for Norzelia? The post-war accord said that someone must ensure the fair distribution of salt, and so we did.
And we appreciate all your efforts. However, King Serenoa has no need for the Consortium in Glenbrook.
The nerve of you people. Hyzant will never forgive such insolence.
Save your tears for the long road back home. The Consortium was only ever good for lining its own pockets, which is far from fair as I see it.
I see now. House Wolfort wishes to see the Consortium eliminated in its entirety. In that case, I will return to Hyzant as you said and report this outrage.
Was it right to provoke him? Claris may use his underground connections to stop us.
That was my intention. He will now bring disorder to Hyzant's unity. More importantly, the new Norzelia truly has no need for the Consortium and its control over salt's distribution.
The new Norzelia.
The world King Serenoa would rule. I have formulated a plan to bring about that new age. But first, our negotiations with Gustadolf must succeed.
Probably gonna involve some kind of fight, right?
Sir,
Archduke Gustadolf's ship will be arriving any minute now.
Thank you. The outcome of our negotiations hinges on King Serenoa's decision. I must speak with him, alone. The Archduke will be here shortly.
Thank you. Our future rests on these negotiations, doesn't it?
That's what he just said a few seconds ago.
Power of salt?
I have. Lord Dragan gave it to us before he died. It contains all he gleaned in his research on salt. I thought it might give us a clue as to how we can convince Archduke Gustadolf to aid us. I understand now just how much potential salt possesses.
Indeed. It is not merely a seasoning for food. We have control over the salt crystal veins. We can use this to our advantage during negotiations.
But this is Gustadolf we're dealing with. Pressure and intimidation will only cause him to bare his fangs. Negotiate poorly, and we will end up swallowed by the duchy in the name of Gustadolf's freedom. What do you think we should do, Benedict?
Before I answer, I would know one thing. Is it your desire to monopolize the salt crystals, Your Majesty?
No.
I have no desire to do so. That would make us no different than Hyzant. And seeing as Gustadolf sought to break the Holy State's monopoly, I doubt he would ally with us.
But we will merely be used as pawns, should we give him the salt crystals.
I have no intention of doing that either. Lord Dragan's answers shall guide us. I will use the salt to bring about a free and prosperous Norzelia, greater even than Gustadolf could. If I can prove that to him, I am certain he would join our cause.
Precisely. You prove time and again you are worthy to stand atop the summit of Norzelia. I have a befitting strategy in mind. Lord Serenoa, would you allow me to negotiate with the Archduke?
Very well. We must have him on our side.
I mean, you just claimed that you would be able to do that 100%, Benedict.
Most intriguing. You once refused to bend the knee to me at this very spot, and now seek an alliance as King of Glenbrook.
I could not have foreseen this moment either back then. Nor that you would have your own cousin slain after discovering the salt crystal veins.
I hope you aren't expecting an apology. Have we not usurped the same throne?
I have not asked you here to discuss the past, but the future. I am certain you understand that taking on Hyzant alone is a fool's errand. We must unite if we are to stand a chance.
And you expect me to believe that one of the Saintly Seven wishes to defeat the Holy State itself?
We must prevent Hyzant from gaining complete control over Salt and consequently Norzelia. I even parted from a dear friend over it.
I see. I have no objections to overthrowing Hyzant.
Then let us begin the negotiations.
Silence. I am here to speak with King Serenoa, not his servant.
I have given Benedict full rights to be here. Consider his words my own.
So the bird did not break free after all. His vassal opened the cage door. Very well then. But allow me to make this clear. If you wish for an alliance, you will give me the salt crystal veins. They belong to Esfrost for having discovered them in the first place.
We cannot do that.
Then we have nothing to discuss.
Pray answer me this, Archduke. What do you intend to do with the salt?
People need salt to live. But here in Norzelia, it is owned entirely by Hyzant and the Consortium. Their high taxes make it nearly impossible for some to obtain. Once I defeat Hyzant, I will abolish both that abhorrent consortium and its taxes, and allow free trade throughout the land. I would ensure that any who desire salt receive their fair share of it.
That would make you the only one with control over salt. It is no different than Hyzant now.
I do not covet riches like they do. Under my rule, the people would have salt. They would finally have freedom. This is the only future before us.
I beg to differ. We intend to make salt available to all. Anyone will be able to obtain as much as they like for a modest price.
You would put control of salt in the hands of the people? To what end?
To change the world with the potential residing within every grain of salt. For example, preserving foods with salt would make life and trade more prosperous than ever before.
Wait, you weren't already doing this? Then why was salt so important before?
Salt in leather and glass crafting could create newer and better goods. Farmers could give it to their livestock, and it could also be used in various medicines. It can even be used in explosives.
How do you know about that?
These are but a handful of examples. If we give the people access to salt, there is no telling how many other uses they may find. Norzelia will enter a golden age of prosperity, and her people will thrive like never before.
I did not take you for an idealist. I think we both know that the people lack the intelligence for innovation.
They just haven't been afforded the chance. But with the proper mechanisms in place, they can be taught. I have already started work on a plan to make salt available over the course of several years.
Do not underestimate the people's greed. It won't be long before they turn on their rulers, intoxicated by the power of salt.
The very nation you sought to defeat feared the same, and sought to control them with their goddess's might.
Archduke Gustadolf, I do not fear a free people. I wish to lead them, but will fight if I must. That is why I took this throne. I believe anyone who wishes to rule the new Norzelia should be prepared to do the same.
Tell me this. How did you know salt possesses such potential?
And I would ask you in return, were you unaware of it yourself? It was all written in a book Lord Dragan gave us.
It is the result of his extensive research at the Esfrosti archives.
Dragan. You mean to say it was the knowledge of one of my own? Had I made him Prime Minister, our positions would be reversed. So this is my punishment for seeing him killed. Very well. Consider me interested in the future House Wolffort sees for this world. As the Archduke of Esfrost, I hereby swear my allegiance to your cause.
You have our thanks, Archduke Gustadolf.
It is only a matter of time until
I thought we were gonna actually have to do like a multiple choice quiz thingy like we did with the trial in Hyzant earlier.
Lead the way. Glenbrook and Esfrost have entered into an alliance. You and I are enemies no longer.
I am glad to hear it. Thank you for joining our cause.
Together, we will strike down Hyzant. For the Roselle as well. I am sure your mother would have been happy to hear it.
Indeed.
Frederica, do you resent me for attacking House Wolffort?
I have come to an understanding of what you hoped to accomplish. Your duties as Archduke outweigh your personal desires.
Precisely. I have no regrets for what I've done.
Neither do I regret standing against you, or slaying Erica and Thalis. Not because I harbor personal grudges against any of you, but because my eyes must look not to the past, but to the future.
King Serenoa said the same earlier.
It should come as no surprise, Archduke Gustadolf. He and I walk the same path, hand in hand.
You've grown strong, Frederica.
The Kingdom of Glenbrook and the Duchy of Esfrost enter an alliance. Their combined forces led by Serenoa. Together, they set out to strike down the holy state of Hyzant.
Now, how are we gonna have to deal with the whole Aelfric stuff?
Sensing their movements, the Desert Nation summons Exham soldiers home from their march on the Grand Norzelian mines to prepare for the arrival of the Allied forces. Though the walls around the holy state have kept it safe for many years, it is now up to Benedict to discern how best to penetrate the goddess's shield.
Alright, let's see. I need to use the bathroom real quick. Here, okay, back.
Benedict, have you finalized our plan of attack against Hyzant?
I have. We shall shatter the goddess's shield with Esfrost's death knell. We can then storm the capital and take Hyzant. However, there is one problem that remains. Transporting, placing, and firing the weapon will take a considerable amount of time. So we must draw the Hyzantian army's attention away from the cannon until it is ready.
But they might confine themselves to their castle rather than come out and fight us.
We must draw them out. We cannot allow them the opportunity to calmly scout about.
Buying time against Minister Exham's forces won't be easy. The damage will be great, even if we do succeed. Esfrost cannot hope to triumph alone.
Which is why I have measures in place to ensure our victory. Anna, did you send the letter like I asked?
Yes. I sent an unsigned message to Minister Tenebris. It included details of his and Sorslay's illicit salt trade and their profitable underground arena.
Wait, did we ever find an underground arena?
I also added that we would report it to the Holy One, and enclosed a copy of the evidence I gathered.
Perfect. Tenebris will fear for his position and desperately look for any way to establish himself worthy of his seat. And what of Claris?
As predicted, he has returned to Hyzant.
Claris was master of the underground arena, and Tenebris his bookmaker. Now the merchant needs someone in his corner, and the saint needs a pawn. With nowhere left to go, the two will join forces and be the ones to throw Hyzant's strategy into disarray. They will do anything to defeat House Wolford.
I see. We should be able to buy time against their improvised army, but there is no guarantee it will work.
One last letter should be all the push that Tenebris needs.
Another letter?
Signed by Prince Roland, asking for his aid in destroying House Wolfort, who stole his throne. It lays out a plan in which Prince Roland will attack us from behind with his own army, while we fight Tenebris in front.
What?
There is no reason for him to doubt it. I forged his handwriting and sealed it with the royal band.
But how?
I made an imprint of his ring when I took it to fake his death.
I mean, would it be really similar to ours anyway?
Benedict.
Everyone knows of Prince Roland and King Serenoa's disagreement. If Tenebris thinks he has a chance of winning, he will take it. Even if the odds aren't in his favor.
I understand. But does King Serenoa know?
No, he does not. He would not forgive me for using Prince Roland as such. This was entirely my cunning.
King Serenoa.
I heard everything. Your plan gives us the greatest chance of victory. I hereby order you to see it through.
Are you certain?
I am certain there's no going back for us. Only forward.
As you command.
Hey, congrats, Serenoa. You're actually acting like a real character now.
His decision made, Serenoa marches toward Hyzant, certain a victorious end will justify even the most A letter, forged with his old friend's name, arrives in the Holy State, and all the pieces begin to move according to Benedict's plan.
I see. So House Wolfort seeks to destroy not only Hyzant, but the Consortium as well.
Yes. They would bring ruin to the Order of Norzelia we worked so hard to build. Minister Tenebris, you must have the Holy Ones strike them down.
But of course, House Wolfort must be punished for defying the goddess. Were that I able to chasten them with my own hands. Alas, I am unfit to command. But you, Lord Claris, are a master at assembling the mercenaries and ruffians in the underground arena.
It is only natural for a merchant to have knowledge of battle. He must protect his wares at all costs.
How heartening it is to hear you say that. Now I am certain there is no other who could fulfill my request. Lord Claris, I wish for you to serve me and ride to battle against House Wolfort. You may leave the issue of troops to me.
You wish for me to command your soldiers?
Our odds are more favorable than you think. You see, I received a letter from a certain someone not days ago. Let us defeat the usurpers of House Wolfort together. Signed by King Roland himself.
King Roland? Truly?
It has the seal of the royal family. I have confirmed it myself to be true.
So King Roland really was overthrown. Were I in his shoes, I would also want revenge against such traitors.
He also wrote that he will spring a surprise attack from behind during the battle.
Oh, with King Roland on our side, House Wolfort won't stand a chance against us. Have you spoke to anyone else of this, Minister Tenebris?
No. You are the only one I wish to share this victory with.
I am happy to hear it. I will do all I can in your service.
And now we have a investigation? Okay.
When you said you would gather the troops, I had not expected cavalry, Minister Tenebris.
It was the least I could do to ensure our victory. I leave them in your charge, Lord Claris. Once you defeat Wolfort, a seat among the Saintly Seven will be left open. And I think none more fitting for that place as the Minister of Salt than you, Lord Claris.
You flatter me, Minister Tenebris. I think your deeds this day may earn you the position of Minister Idor.
Yes. With this victory, I can erase the sins of my past.
House Wolfort is coming this way. Are you sure you needn't any aid, Minister Tenebris? I know you wish to lead the vanguard, but House Wolfort is not to be underestimated.
Worry not, Minister Exham. I have given Lord Claris a certain path to victory.
Yes, you may rest easy.
Understood. Then I leave it to you.
Let us watch Lord Claris triumph over House Wolfort together.
I pray for your victory. Even should you lose, the goddess's shield will protect us.
I think about it. Did Hyzant ever get information about the death snail? I can't remember.
Archduke Gustadolf and Lord Svarog's armies have left with the cannon. They should be able to sneak around the city's southern side and make the necessary preparations.
And let us make our move too. Finally. I'm ready for a fight.
Do not forget, our objective is to draw the enemy's eyes to us and stall for time.
I know. We'll draw their forces to the western side of the shield, while Esfrost readies the cannon to the south. And after they blast through the wall, we pour in and take the palace. Right?
Exactly. We must be cautious. King Serenoa, please speak with the soldiers before we depart. Hearing their commander's words will no doubt raise their spirits.
Wonder why Serenoa hasn't had like a normal map sprite upgrade at this point. Like, at least give him his tier, like, well, his veteran outfit or something. Make our stand against Hyzant's vanguard here. Erect the barricade, solidify our defense, must not let the enemy win. But with Hyzant is near, I must make sure we are duly prepared. All these shinings. We mustn't forget that we are merely acting as a diversion this time. We must bring down the enemy here first, to which end we have installed barricades. We don't have much time to rest between the battles that lie ahead, but we must do our best for the glory of House Wolfort. Right to the barrier, just like Sir Benedict instructed. Really hope this works. Some superior fiber. The enemy knows this land better than we do, but there is nothing for us to fear. We shall stall them with defensive tactics, then cull their numbers. It should suffice, no matter who comes our way. I never thought I would be fighting an enemy without Prince Roland by my side. My apologies, let's focus on the battle ahead. I was born in Hyzant. To say I have no reservation would be a lie. But there's no place for emotions on the battlefield. I would do what I must to see this war end. Imagine if we actually had a character that was amongst the faithful that joined the party before here. I'd heard tales about the Salt Iron War, but never managed to be a participant in a battle just as big. I think we're up against Hyzant, the biggest nation of them all. It's an honor to spearhead the final battle, faint though it may be. I'm gonna give this one my all, and my honor as a Wolfort. Join forces with Aesfrost to take down the Holy State. It's almost like the Salt Iron War all over again. If we topple Hyzanth, the goddess teacher will be no more. We can free my people. I'm ready, Serenoa. We must not lose to them. Aesfrost heading toward the shield's southern side, steering clear of the enemy's eyes. Take some time until they reach their destination, though. Kinda wish we had a bit more elevation to our position here. Archers and mages can definitely like line up here in order to just pelt at their cavalry as they come at us. Byzantine army comes. Prepare for battle! Here it comes. You update your stuff? No, not really. Oh, I need a jade for Groma's ultimate weapon. First, we don't really have much access to the superior stuff. Is there really a jade for his? Yeah, it is, apparently. And for some reason, he does not get, like, a new weapon name every tier. It's just Bow of Serenity 1, 2, and 3. Oh, hello. We actually have some of this stuff available now. Nice. Let's grab these. We could definitely make use of them. I am always using a crap ton of healing items in this game. Oh, yeah, she has added another one. Okay. What is with the money maps in this game being based around, like, being on a timer, basically? Oh, we're on chapter 18 now. Oh my. Oh wait, we actually had a story thing pop up.
House Wolfort, you will rue the day you spurned me. Cavalry, prepare to charge.
The vanguard is led by Claris of the Consortium.
I can see that.
We managed to avoid a battle with their main forces as intended.
Indeed, but their numbers are greater than I anticipated.
Unfortunately so. But Claris anticipates Roland coming to his aid, and has likely let his guard down. This is a perfect chance to cull Hyzanth's numbers.
And we're also culling their freaking cavalry.
Majesty.
I know. I shan't let my guard down. This is the first battle of the war. We must demonstrate our might not only to Hyzanth, but Aesfrost as well. Benedict, let the soldiers know of this battle's import.
I shall. Warriors of Wolfort, listen well. This is more than a battle against the holy state of Hyzanth. This is a battle against their salt monopoly, their teachings, their consortium. This is a battle against everything that keeps Norzelia chained to the past. This battle will carve the way to a new era, one where we all have salt and all are free. And the leader of that new era will be none other than King Serenoa. Now, draw your swords. For a new Norzelia, for His Majesty, King Serenoa. For Norzelia!
course I say that, but it's mainly gonna be Lord Serenoa and myself at the front lines doing all the work. Only allowed 10, huh?
Leave the battlefield to me.
Yeah, we can't just back out. Hold on, I'm gonna quickly go see what the character thing was. Did we actually just get Maxwell? Yep, it's Maxwell.
Let you go, sir.
I regret to say I must. I have been idle for long enough. But know this. I shall forever be indebted to the Roselle. I know not why fate delivered my battered body to the shores of your village. But I am fortunate that it did. I owe my life to your kindness. Thank you.
You'll have no doubt with us. We only did what was right. But where will you go? Safety is a luxury few are afforded these days.
The war rages still, and so long as it does, I must fight with every inch of my being to end it.
A single man can't fix this tangled mess of a world.
Ah, but I am not alone. Every moment my allies risk life and limb without me is a moment I owe them for their bravery. I must rejoin them at once.
Why are you showing question marks? We all know who it is.
Very well. But we expect to hear news of your victory soon.
I sense the world is on the cusp of great change. Change for the better. When it comes, let us celebrate its arrival together. Well met, friends. I require passage to see Lord Serenoa.
And who are you? If you want an audience, you'll have to wait behind the rest.
Wait. That cape, it can't be.
You're Sir Maxwell. My lord, Sir Maxwell has returned.
My apologies for my abrupt departure, my lord. Full glad am I to see you have managed without me.
Sir Maxwell, you're alive.
Aye, and none the worse for wear, I hope. It seems fate would have me take up my spear once more.
Where have you been? We all feared the worst.
Avlora's fell blow cast me into the river, and its cold embrace washed away my memories, along with my pride.
I wonder which slide has Avlora joining up.
Kind-hearted folk. I might have stayed there, blissful in ignorance, had news of your exploits not reached them. It was then that old memories stirred, prideful memories, painful memories. My purpose became clear. I must end this war or perish in the attempt. I hope that I have not come too late to make a difference.
Of course not. We would be honored to have you fight by our side. I only hope you can say the same for us, Dawnspear.
The mid-range combat possesses multiple powerful abilities. The heck is he? Oh, there he is. It's triple thrust. Through. Interesting. Oh, and he's also got a counter skill? Okay. Oh god, what stuff do I need to actually, like, upgrade his weapon? Sorry, Groma, looks like we might actually be using Maxwell, because, I mean, I guess it's Maxwell. Okay, he needs silver and Electrum. Oh, no, wait. Wrong one. Oh, please don't. Yes, I have 1 silver I can grab. Now it's up to Gunir too. I guess Gunir's at least a name that kinda deserves, you know, not getting removed. Ooh. Eh. I guess that would be useful in the upcoming fight, since all the horsemen should be weak against spears, but still. So he can use triple thrust every turn now. Yeah, that really bumps up his abilities, I'd say.
House Wolfort, you will rue the day you spurned me. Cavalry, prepare to charge.
The vanguard is led by Claris of the Consortium.
We managed to avoid a battle with their main forces as intended.
Indeed, but their numbers are greater
Alright,
than I anticipated.
let's skip. There we go. Skip!
I shall bring victory.
Right. Yeah, it's 2 spaces. Shouldn't be too hard to hold out against. Basically, we have like Eridor and Maxwell guard this side. Then we have Anna and why? Well, Anna, Julio, and Sarah Noah guard this side. Hopefully, we'll allow Anna to actually get into a decent spot to do some backstabs at the guys charging at us. They got Knight's Bane warming up. Of course. I'm gonna have to watch out for long thrust there then. You have a single healer. God, why can't we get something that good for our skills? Uses a whip? Good god, dude, that face. You gotta know you're a bad guy with that face, right? Oh, that'll be a pain in the ass.
I shall put an end to House Wolfort's arrogance here and now. They will repent for stealing the throne. Won't those fools be surprised to see who has joined our side?
Claris looks awfully confident. That could only mean he's fallen into Benedict's trap. But we mustn't get cocky. We are up against the Byzantine cavalry. Now, charge!
By charge, you mean hold the line.
Well done.
Oh, yeah, he has the same movement. Yeah, perfect.
My turn. You won't catch me.
Question is, how much is the AI actually going to, like, attack the barricades?
Ah, right then.
Wait, he moves up immediately?
The hunt is on.
She can't use blinding at that range.
Leave everything to me.
I shan't hold back.
You've done it now!
Guess I should have had Hasabara hang a little bit farther back, at least for the initial charge. Okay, why waste that like that?
Fire!
I mean, feel free to keep wasting your TP, dudes.
Shall we begin? I'm behind you.
Thank you.
Time to take action.
Wait, I thought Maxwell had a counter move.
Allow me.
Oh, he's not on a spot that lets him get set on fire.
Stay right there.
You won't beat me!
Oh, wait, dang it. I should move her over towards Julio's side.
Yeah. Sound strike. This is the end. I feel stronger already.
Yeah, I had a feeling that would start happening.
Now it's my turn. Ain't over yet.
That's the stuff. I shall protect you. Farewell.
Oh, come on! Why does this keep happening? I always miss on something like 77% odds or something like that. Ugh.
Perish for my kith and kin.
Man, they don't like Hasabara, do they?
The hunt is on. From this range.
King Roland's army will arrive any moment now.
Let me return the favor.
Help me, please. I can heal too.
My thanks. Not this time. My turn. That went well.
Cool heads shall prevail.
Oh yeah, Hasabara needs to heal.
Allow me. You're a lifesaver.
Whatever it takes.
This is far from over. Our victory is assured. I will follow you faithfully till the end.
Just realized I have all my TP support on the right side.
I fight for peace. With the
Wait.
powers in me,
Oh, damn it!
we will make our ideals.
Does actually break that open, crap.
I'll take you on.
What's their movement? Movement is 6. Down behind him.
I will end this. Into the shadows.
Aren't you guys out of TP yet?
I shan't hold back. Farewell.
Look forward to seeing this.
Defeat is not an option. Death from above. That hit the mark.
Oh, this guy is actually continuing trying to break through the barricade. Oh, you actually remove status. Yeah.
What to do? What to do?
Come on then. Ain't over yet.
I needed that. Oh, no! This battle is ours. weakness engulfs you.
That's... Let me return the favor. That's... Let me return the favor.
I think a lot more dudes focusing on this side, aren't we?
Back at you. Ha-ha!
Ah, dang it.
Take that. I'll make you proud, Grandfather.
Shall we begin? For one and all.
This will help.
My growth is plain to see.
Time to take action.
Frederica's out this turn. Good. We have a really good opportunity for some damage there. Well, we can't use Frederica's fire, ideally.
I will do what I can.
I feel better than ever.
Reinforcements! Give them no quarter!
Allow me.
Should I give him a nickel?
Yeah.
You won't beat me! Time to die!
Ah, right then. What is taking King Roland so long?
It's over.
Into the shadows.
I shan't hold back.
Oh, that's what that is. Interesting.
Prepare yourself. Just as I planned.
That should draw him in.
Back at you.
Then we got a few turns before these guys arrive. And the left side is the most cleared out of all of them.
Here I come.
Well, actually, I guess we pretty much cleared out both sides now. Huh.
Try this.
Hey, she hit.
Leave everything to me. What are you and your cups about?
That's the stuff.
I'm old, not a pushover.
At this point, we're basically hitting the number advantage now, so we can start moving out from outside our protections. Or our barricades and battlements, whatever you want to call it.
You've done it now!
Ah, right then. You are a traitor, Serenoa Wolfort. With you dead, I will take my rightful place among the saints. You want to see what I can do?
Yeah, he pissed him off.
I'll take it from here.
He has just moved right up to us now. Well, he has a whole lot of fire near him. Oh, but she's going next, so she can clear that out.
We can do this.
Cool heads shall prevail. All better.
Wait. The fire went out, or okay. Can work with this.
Don't be afraid.
I've been waiting for this.
Really only a 60% chance to infuriate? Okay, got it.
I love the battle.
I will end this.
Damn! Wait, if I do this... Oh, I can't use her... Oh, because it's not slightly different in height. Get to his... Ah, but he moves before that. No idea if he'll stay around or not.
Has something happened to King Roland? Where is he? Could it be? Was this all a ruse by House Wolford?
And the last horse crosses the finish line.
Ah, I never expected to be brought this low with Minister Tenebris's cavalry.
For the honor of House Wolford.
Ooh, wait. I delaying strike him.
Wait your turn. For my kith and kin.
I shan't hold back.
Prepare yourself.
I had a feeling these guys would probably just keep going straight toward... They don't have the strength buff when they move a certain range thing. Huh.
Yes, that'll help.
Time to take flight. This ends now!
Oh, come on!
This bout is mine.
Why do you hate hitting things, Huette?
Feisty, aren't we? This might sting some.
Once more.
Didn't account for this.
Ah, dang it, I wasn't able
I
to...
can hold my own.
Ow?
Shall we begin?
Your wounds are healed. You have my gratitude.
We need it over here soon.
Time to take action.
Dang, he doesn't have a range move for this.
Help me, please. Lightning!
I'm just glad he didn't try to infuriate anybody.
My turn.
Oh yeah. Do it, Anna.
I was played for a fool and lost my composure. I no longer deserve the title of merchant. So this is the end of our era.
Strike and fade away.
Come at me.
Well, there's this. I'm not sure how they're going to move here.
For the honor of House Wolford.
Okay, that's not in range of any of them.
Death from above.
Long thrust is long. Why do they keep using it to hit a single target?
I shall protect you. Huh! Just as I planned. Yes.
Really don't like House of Bar, do they? Oh my gosh, yep.
They got me.
Of course.
Here I come. Darkness engulfs you.
Dang it.
I will fight to my last breath.
This ain't pretty. Get out of the way!
Strike while the iron's hot. Let's do this! Much appreciated.
Honestly, compared to a whole bunch of the other missions we've been having lately, this one doesn't seem too bad.
Victory is within reach.
Even on normal, this would probably be a bit more of a slog.
You won't.
But, I mean, we have a lot of fortifications here that really help us stem the tide. Oh, dang it. You did have enough for the big one.
Much appreciated.
I fight for peace.
Light 'em up!
With the powers in me.
Seriously, it's so much easier to get enemies gathered together for those kind of attacks.
I can do this. I'll make you proud, Grandfather.
Forward.
Dang strike. And now there's 3. And even those guys aren't gonna last too much longer.
On my honor as the Dawn Speaker. It ends here.
Oh, come on.
Not this time.
You understand not activate when he's, like, that close into his opponent? Or, like, at range 2, I guess the better way to put it.
Feisty, aren't we? Ain't over yet.
Whew, thank goodness.
Man, ain't gonna save this guy.
Sound strike. This is the end.
Strike while the iron's hot. There! Right on target.
Let me heal your wounds.
Allow me.
Let me show you what I've learned.
Oh, she doesn't have enough. Mirador's going next. And it doesn't matter.
Don't be afraid.
We just need to make sure we grab the loot and then finish off that last healer.
For the honor of House Wolfort. On my honor as the Dawn Speaker.
Wait.
With a single blow. You can't save yourself. We're not done here.
There we go. Yeah, the fight definitely seems a lot less annoying than the last one we were in. Crap, it seems a lot less annoying. Just some decent defensive positions, and you're pretty much good.
I'm pleased to report that Claris's army has been defeated.
Good. Now the enemy will concentrate all their power on us.
Benedict, please rest. There are no signs of the enemy nearby. They remain wary, watching us from afar.
There is no time to rest.
I concur. Minister Exham's army is likely our next opponent. We must prepare to intercept them.
Please wait, Your Majesty. Benedict has barely slept since Prince Roland's departure, even if just a moment.
Anna, our feint is not yet finished. We haven't the leisure of resting. I will be ready shortly.
Good. Anna, help Benedict.
Yes, sir.
It looks like it was too big a task for Claris after all.
It shouldn't have ended like this. King Roland was meant to attack from behind.
King Roland? What are you talking about?
I received a letter from His Majesty asking us to strike at House Wolfort together.
A fraud, without a doubt. Likely sent by the strategist, Benedict.
No, it cannot be. It was sealed with the royal band.
That tactician could even forge the royal seal if he wanted to. And one truly hoping to strike down Wolfort would not beseech a man so incompetent as you for help.
Yet they did. And you believed them without a second thought.
But
Now Glenbrook has successfully taken the initiative.
I care not if Claris perished. The loss of so many cavalry is a
Yep.
blow to our forces.
Please.
Forces are huge in medieval warfare.
Give me a chance to make this right.
You have failed. Do you really think you deserve a second chance?
Minister Tenebris, I should let you know you were not the only one to receive a letter in secret. But the one I have claims you were involved in trading illicit salt and operating an underground arena for...
Please, forgive me.
That is for the Holy One to decide. The
And let's
Hierophant
face it, you don't even have a
must
face.
Let us return to the palace together. Minister Exham, I leave the city's protection in your capable hands.
Understood. I shall crush House Wolfort.
May the goddess be with you.
Esfrost's cannon is a new weapon devised to destroy the goddess's shield, the ramparts that protect the Hyzantian capital. Readying the cannon, however, takes time.
We know.
Benedict uses his cunning to divert Minister Tenebris and the merchant Claris.
I swear, I really am enjoying this game. The only reason I'm rushing is because this game came out at such a crunch time, I guess is the best way to put it. I mean, seriously, this came in between Elden Ring and frickin' Final Fantasy Origins and all that. Actually, it came out right around Elden Ring, but still. And heck, I've also been playing Atelier Sophia 2 on my off time, too, so yeah. I feel like if I was had more time, well, and enjoyed its pacing a little, it needs to be paced a little better, I guess.
The Wolford forces felled our vanguard.
But it's overall good. Just like, oh god, I have no time.
I'm surprised. Minister Exham or myself really ought to have accompanied them.
Have mercy. Please. I am sorry.
You acted foolishly, Minister Tenebris, but Wolford is not easily defeated, even by wiser men. Our dear Minister Exham has had his own fair share of troubles, as capable as he has proven himself thus far.
And he never loses a battle. Is House Wolford truly so formidable a foe?
Indeed. All thanks to that conniving tactician of theirs.
Well then, we should send the soldiers stationed around the capital to Minister Exham's aid.
No. We do that, and we leave ourselves vulnerable.
Any enemy that dares attack us will break upon the goddess's shield. Right now, our highest priority must be Wolfort's sound defeat.
Agreed. Still, we do not want to leave ourselves completely defenseless. Minister Lila, you know what preparations must be made.
You cannot mean to use the automaton.
They got robots?
Not unless the situation grows desperate.
I guess it's supposed to be final boss kind of thing?
Minister Tenebris will aid you, of course.
Of course.
Wolford's forces have defeated our soldiers on the shield's western rampart.
No! Impossible!
Calm yourself. We still have the Goddess's shield and the Saintly Seven's core to protect us.
Minister Exham himself is about to sally forth with the bulk of his forces. The shield soldiers are to rally at the western rampart and support Minister Exham from there.
Understood. Quickly now!
Oh, are you hiding behind a bush just off screen?
Now we'll be able to ready the cannon with our enemy none the wiser. I must report back to the Archduke and House Wolford.
We're already in another fight, which we will do next time. What's up? Thank y'all for coming on out, and I hope you all join me again tomorrow as we continue our climactic battle against Hyzant.